Hey Allure, it's Shalom Blac, and today I'm going to show you guys how I do my 10-minute makeup routine. So let's get into it. So the first thing I do are my eyebrows. So I like to use the Benefit Brow Styler shade 6, and I also have it in the shade 5. So I kind of go back and forward between those shades. I like to do my brows before I put on my foundation because I don't have any brow hair. Well, I have a little, but it's not that much. And if I was to do my foundation first, it's going to be hard because it's going to be quite like slippery to get the eyebrows to stay on. And I followed the little trace of brows that I have. I actually got a microblade a few years ago, so you can still see a bit of shade. It's not looking good yet, just wait for it. Next step is cleaning off the eyebrows. Okay, so to clean off my brows, I am taking the Kevyn Aucoin Skin Enhancer Concealer. This is in the shade SX14. It's a little tiny pot, but you actually get a lot of product. And I like it because it's very creamy, but it's not runny. So I have a lot of control. So I just like to use it to just clean off my brows and make those brows pop. And then I just go in and blend that concealer out. And I repeat the same step on the other side, and I also repeat the same step on top of my brows. You know how on some days the brows just be looking really good and some days it's like a struggle? I think I might be dealing with that today. Oh my god. I feel like a painter every single time I do my brows. Normally people would use a different shade on the top, but because I'm gonna go in with my foundation, it's gonna blend in. We're gonna come back to the eyebrows later. My next step, I'm just going to be moisturizing my face, and I'm using the Clinique ID moisturizer. This is like a custom moisturizer that you can make. I picked out the jelly, which is a nice hydrating moisturizer, and then the cartridge that I put in there is for evening my skin. So I just like to do 2 pumps of that, dab that all over and work it into my skin. Moving along, I'm gonna go ahead and take the Tatcha Liquid Silk Canvas Primer. I like this because I feel like it minimizes my pores, and sometimes I do apply 2 primers and that helps my makeup like stay longer. My next step for getting glowy skin is to use the Fenty Beauty Match Stick in Espresso over here and a little bit on my scar. I'm saying a bit and I'm putting a whole lot. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take my foundation. So the foundation I've been loving for the longest is the Pure Cosmetics 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie Foundation. This is in the shade DPN5. You know, as a child, I would say I honestly started loving makeup probably when I was around 5 or 7. I used to take Vaseline and use it as my lip gloss, and then take my mom's translucent powder and put it all over my face. But I really got introduced into makeup after getting burned. After I got my surgery done and everything, they made me a wig, and they also gave me like a whole bunch of makeup. I like to use the Morphe brush to blend my foundation. This is Morphe 439. So I'm going to be using the Dose of Color concealer, the shade 24 Dark. I just like to use that underneath my eyes to just highlight. When I was in high school, I started, really getting into makeup. I would actually have my classmates would ask me every single morning. I would get a text message, "Can you bring your makeup stuff and do my eyebrows?" And they used to pay me like $1, $5. I was about to say $500. No, nobody was paying $500. They would pay me like $1 or $5 to actually do their eyebrows in school, sometimes in class. And I think that's kind of how I started getting like referrals. I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty powder. This is in the shade Kofana. I'm obsessed with this thing, okay? I obviously have struggled with, my self-image. Initially, makeup was something that I used to use to hide, who I am. Like growing up, I was so insecure that I would not go outside of my door without makeup on. And now I go everywhere. I could literally go anywhere without putting makeup. And I also, feel very happy when I do have it on. I feel like I have found a balance, where it's not me hiding, but me expressing more artistic ways. This is the micro finishing powder, and I just like to use that all over my face to just set the rest of my makeup. And I'm using this Sonia Kashuk brush. I love this. You know, when I started, I was so insecure that it's crazy to me that people are telling me that I inspire them, but they are actually my inspiration, because just hearing people telling me that has helped me a lot. My mom always told me, like, you know, like, this incident happening to you and you still being alive and healthy, you have a purpose. Like, you know, everything happens for a reason. And now I'm starting to realize, like, this is the reason. Making other people feel good about, you know, themselves, their body, whatever it is, you know. And we struggle with it. Like, it's not something that you can get over with in like a day and be like, oh, I'm inspired, I feel great about myself. It's a process. It takes time, because there's so much more to life than, you know, the physical appearance. So when you realize that, you know, life is just so much better. And that's what my whole message is, you know, being your own kind of beautiful. Define what that is to you and be that. And I am using the Fenty Beauty bronzer. This is in the shade Mocha Mommy, and I just like to use it to warm up my face. Sometimes I do overdo it, okay? It's not like I need it. I don't need it. This is a blush from MAC. It's just a very like dark brown shade, so I like to use it to just contour slightly. And now we can get into the blush. This is from BH Cosmetics, and it's called the Shoppy palette, and this specific one is a cherry on top. So I'm gonna go ahead and take Tarte. I used to hate wearing blush, but I cannot live without blush anymore. I feel like it just makes the skin look very glowy. For a very quick eye makeup look, I just like to go back into that bronzer that I used, and I'm just gonna brush that all over the lid just to warm up my eyelid, but we're not doing any eyeshadow. There's a lot of makeup looks that I feel like I have tried. If you guys go on Instagram, you guys know the makeup looks. Like, these girls are freaking beasts. They are so good at what they do. I have tried a few and they will fail, and nobody has ever seen those pictures or videos. So moving along, I'm gonna do my lips. So I'm going to be taking this Laura Mercier lip liner in Wild Grape. This is my OG. As you guys can see, it's like tiny now. And then I'm taking the Smashbox lipstick in the shade Here For It. So I'll just pop this in the center. I just like to apply a little bit of eyeliner on my lid before I apply my lashes. And sometimes I do not do my lashes, especially like on a day where I'm like rushing out the door. So I'm probably not gonna do lashes today. So I'm actually using the Kat Von D Trooper Black eyeliner. I really love, you know, the ways or the direction that the makeup industry is going. There has been a lot of progression. When I started doing makeup as a child, going into like CVS to pick up makeup, and there's literally nothing my shade. And as a beginner at that time, I thought that was just what it was supposed to be. So I used to get a makeup foundation that would be like 3 shades lighter than I was. Seeing now that you have brands that have 50 shades, 100 shades of foundation, and you could literally like find something that matches you, it's amazing. I love it. Anyone and everyone can be part of this. You have people that are gothic, you have people that are very earthy, but still can all come together and wear makeup. Like, it's universal, and I love it. I told you guys I was gonna come back to my eyebrows when I'm done with my makeup. What I like to do personally is to take same concealer, and I'm just gonna go in to my brows, and I just like to create little strokes, so it's going to look like I actually have little hair. I'm gonna go ahead and pop on my lip gloss. This is actually just from the beauty supplies. Any clear lip gloss would do, sweetheart. Lastly, I just like to go ahead and spray my face, and this like gives me the dewy look that I love. So this is the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray Mist. Yes. Here's the finished look. Thank you so much, Allure. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and remember to always be your own kind of beautiful.